Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to Compassion UHC episode 2. At the end of the last episode I was just explaining why I didn't have enough planks or logs down in the caves. And it was simply because I'd got all my logs for my tools, for my crafting tables at the start, and I got none since. Which meant I, up to this point, only had taken one achievement. Or I only had one achievement, which was taking inventory. So yeah, so far, not doing so hot in the achievement front, but I mean, at least it's not achievement hunters. I don't think the vanilla achievements even have anything to do with achievement hunters, but there you go. So, just spend a bit of time here smelting stuff. Start. And it's finished. Yeah, I need to make a few edits here and there simply because I am just loitering, not doing anything. And it's hard to post-com over footage where you're just standing still because you find yourself just talking gobbledygook here and there. Anyway, it's time to pack up our furnaces and go. Grab a crafting table as well, that's important. We want to keep all 8 on us. As you can hear, there's mobs around. I do not hear these, keep in mind, as I'm playing. And let's see. What's this? Ooh, it's a ravine. Just ident. Oops! Ouch! Who shot me? And I've lost half a heart. And there's a zombie. Initially I thought it was a zombie because I couldn't see the skeleton. And I almost fell into the abyss there, but thankfully I stayed on the edge there. So it was all good. I'm just asking XSummerbash about branch mining. Or do I ask him at this point? I don't think I do. Yeah, no, I restrain myself for now. XSummerbash is dead. Thank goodness he's only spectating, as far as I remember anyway. But yeah, at this point in time I decide my safest bet is to branch mine, which is quite unfortunate because it is quite boring. But it's just what I felt I had to do in order to A, get the most out of caving without dying, and B, get the stuff done IRL that I needed to get done. As you can see, there's gold over there. Let's see if I try to make my way over to it and how I will succeed in that. It's quite interesting because at this point I just want to talk about something slightly off topic. At this point in time, I'm struggling, like as I'm playing this game, I'm struggling with an electricity bill. It's funny, you go to school for, I know, in the UK you go to school for 13 years max, 11 to 13 years, and, oh, first death. Purple, I can't remember what team I'm on to be honest, but rules have been given out. Next time I open inventory, you can check out what team I'm on. But yeah, as I said, you go to school for 11 to 13 years, and you don't learn this stuff. You don't learn important stuff like how to pay tax, or at least not in the UK, or at least not in Scotland, because I know the Scottish system's different from the English system, and obviously the UK system in general is just different from the rest of the world. But it's really, really strange. You don't learn anything that's important. You're just educated in basic facts that, okay, teaches you about the world, makes you appreciate life more, makes you appreciate other people more, and I guess it does educate you, makes you grow as a person, but you get to like living on your own or with your family or whoever, and you can't do any of this stuff. It's utter tripe, really. They've changed the school system. I just asked there about branch mining because I didn't know. Hopefully I wasn't annoying him. He did say yes, believe it or not. But yeah, I had to edit there, I guess. But anyway, as I was saying, the school system in Scotland's received a shake-up, like, in the last 5-10 years. And it seems to be just getting, I don't know, worse or something. I don't know. I feel for the kids at school now these days, but it's just my personal opinion. School doesn't really do you much good. Like in university, I come to subjects where like some subjects I learned at school would be helpful, but they've not done enough to give me that platform to learn about them in uni, or not to learn about those specific subjects, but skill bases of, you know what I mean. Skills you would have learnt at school would be useful later, and they're not because you've not gone in depth enough at school. which is kind of bad. Anyway, this is not a rant about education. I'm sure most of you watching this video could not give a toss about education right now as you watch this, so I'm sorry. Just my experience for anyone that cares. Anyway, currently I've not seen my inventory yet. I might have opened my inventory already, but we will see what team I'm on once I do that. I spot some iron here that I've missed, and we just go for it. We don't have any iron tools, it doesn't appear, so I'll just see if I can acquire those. I think at this point I'm grabbing, I don't know what I'm grabbing, or yeah, because I can't be digging to sounds, because as I said, I've got no sounds. So I just keep going, and then I change my mind. It's time to stop and plant the furnaces, and yeah, smelt some iron. Oh, there's the wool. I'm on green team. That is green wool, so I need to find other people with green wool. Of course, just because I find somebody with green wool, no, sorry, just because I find somebody doesn't mean they've got green wool, so we've got to keep that in mind. And obviously people on green can't message me and go, hey, are you on green? So yeah, it's an interesting game mode, but as I said, in the past I've not really had much luck with it. Anyway, grabbing some more coal. See, this is the sort of stuff you do when you like smelt. Like, you don't just sit and stare at the furnace like blame the controller. You got to actually flip and do stuff. I'm sorry, I was about to get into rants about cuckling, but I'll leave that for another video. Anyway, let's just grab all of this stuff. We got enough to make a bucket, and indeed, I'm going to go and see if we can, I guess, acquire some water maybe from that water stream back there. And also notice I never went for the gold. I know I edited out a lot, but the parts that were edited, as I said, was just me standing still. And you'll just have to take my word that the gold I saw in the ravine I never in the end went for. I mean, to be fair, I don't have any apples, so even if I did have gold, it wouldn't really do me much good. But there you go. So let's grab some of this good gold, which, like the gold I was just speaking about, wouldn't have done me much good. Oh, and here we have it. Blue shiny rocks. Just the one? Is there any more? Any more for any more? Doesn't appear to be. I'll just go check out the cave. Oh, hello. Get cooked. No. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty good. We got 1 diamond. That means we just need 4 more for enchants. Unfortunately, we don't have any leather, and this it doesn't skip my mind. I'm just not, like, usually in a game I would be thinking, oh, I need leather, need leather, need leather, but because I'm not fully concentrating on it, yeah, it doesn't worry me as much as it should. I don't make it a priority like I should have. But there you go. Anyway, we're heading back to our branch mine. The cave doesn't go anywhere. I don't really want to cave with no sounds, so I just continue. We head forward a bit more. Yeah, I think at this point in time, I wasn't really, as I said, I wasn't really too worried. I mean, I was worried. I wasn't like, I didn't expect anything at the minute, but I was trying at least to do okay. That's just my thoughts at the minute. But as I said, I was in 2 worlds, and you don't really want to be in 2 worlds in any competitive game. That's what you often see. You see sports people perform badly. I read Steven Gerrard's autobiography. For those who don't know who Steven Gerrard is, he's a footballer, an association footballer. There we go. I don't need to use the S word to describe it. But yeah, he played for Liverpool, he plays for LA Galaxy, or he played for LA Galaxy, I believe he left. And he writes extensively in his autobiography about a time when he was having trouble with his... oh, diamonds. Not bad, not bad. It's enough to get enchants, which is good. Unfortunately, I don't have leather still, so hopefully I will get some of that. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Steven Gerrard, he wrote extensively in his autobiography about a time when, I think, what was happening? There was some trouble with his family or something, and for a while he just performed so badly on the pitch. Oh, okay, hold the story. As you saw there, the border is coming. I totally never knew it shrunk. I mean, I knew that if I dug away from the border, it would probably be better than digging towards the border, because A, I would get more space, I'd have more space to go into, and B, if it was coming, I wouldn't be digging right towards it, and therefore my doom wouldn't be so imminent. So yeah, this is basically me running away from the border. Anyway, back to the Steven Gerrard story. Basically, my point of telling it was he performed badly because he was preoccupied with the stuff that was going on in his family, in his personal life, and that sort of stuff can affect sports people in work. Like, it doesn't even have to be competitions. It doesn't have to be UHC. It can be anything really. That if you're in two minds, if you're in two worlds, really worrying about other stuff, you're not going to perform as well. And I guess my point of saying that in my situation is I might miss the little things out at the minute. Like, for example, the border, completely forgot about it. That gravel there, I was careless. So at the minute, not doing so hot. We'll see if things pick up. So continue our ascent. At this point, I am kind of looking behind me, but at the same time, I am well aware that I need to just keep going. And I think at this point, I'm outrunning it. So that's good. I would have wanted to enchant my pickaxe, make it quicker obviously, but can't really do that unfortunately when you don't have an enchanting table. Quick look behind there as the episode ends. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you next time.